Well, you have to have a reason. I mean, did you have a reason for, you just thought it would be better, or did you have a specific strategy? Yeah. Well, when you start doing a search for strategic partnerships and you run into a roadblock, and then you try to, LinkedIn will give you a prompt and say, you can find that out if you sign up for Premier.
Okay. Any other LinkedIn questions?
Did you cover answers?
I didn't. Oh. Oh. Answers. Great search tool. So what just great questions do you guys have that you would like answered? Let's ask the one that you did about
about why people aren't using promotions, the promotion tab on groups.
Okay, yes, I wanted it.
You're not going to find much.
Well, and I'm sure you've already done then. Okay.
I was researching that.
Right. So immediately it comes right here, events, how many creative ways, promoting events.
Pretty good answer.
Yep.
There is a lot there.
There's quite a bit there. One of the great values of LinkedIn is this answers tool. It is very powerful. You can get, again, a more refined, if I were to take this search to Google, I might have to mine through a page or two or three to get to what I'm looking for. This is going to be a more refined, specific. I'm talking about business to business. I'm talking about LinkedIn, and again, so the answers are more narrow in their scope and in their. But again, you see, there's a vast amount of information on this specific one. And glancing over it quickly, you'd come quickly to the same conclusion that Dale did, and that it's a way to promote, but it's not a very effective way to promote right now. And you can answer questions. You can ask a question. So you've got something really that nobody's answered. This is a great way to, or you may even ask a question that you kind of think you know the answer to, or you do know the answer to, and you're trying to generate a conversation. So you're not being trite, you're not being silly. You're asking a question again that you may know the answer, but what you're looking for is engagement again with your target audience on a target topic, and that's where those questions come into play. And you can see. Yes.
Well, I had another question a little further down. I think
Okay. No. Go ahead.
You talk about linking, update and connect with other social media sites. Did you go over that already?
I didn't, but we will. Now, something's changed quickly. And again, I'm going to just quickly scroll through this. Only share this question with connections I select, so you can narrow it down, add details, options, categorize your question so you have categories that you can put it into. It can be geographic. So the power of this is it's a really good search tool as far as getting something specific answered in a business context or an online context. Job seeking, promotion, recruiting, and then you ask that question. Yes, ma'am.
The main reason, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, for using this is if you want to demonstrate that you're an expert in a certain area. So you search for questions that are in that area that you want to establish your expertise, and you start answering. And then you start asking questions in the same area. And so it builds up, and LinkedIn even has a designation where they'll give you a title of being an expert in social media. So you get a lot more visibility on LinkedIn. Now, someone who has used, I think, Deborah, you've used the answers?
Yes.
You want to maybe share with us how you've used it and how successful it was?
I go there to connect with other professionals in my industry, and sometimes I'll either have a question that I'm looking to see what others are doing about it, like maybe there's some sort of a maybe I'm looking for information on a bug or something related to a particular type of tree, and then they'll come back and they'll answer, or I'll see what they're doing and I'll look to answer some questions as well. So I haven't used it as much like looking for clients, but to get professional opinions in my industry, I've used it for quite a bit.
And then haven't you also used the poll?
Yes, I've used the polls.
That's a whole nother feature.
Yeah.
There's a poll?
Yeah, you can
Yeah, if
ask
you
a
go-
poll.
Under more.
So here is a great, how do I get rid of all the job solicitors, spammers that have consumed the two groups
Oh,
that I
that's
manage?
great.
So it's a great question,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
We were talking about that already today. So a lot of groups really, the energy dies because people just spam the group. So again, you may be looking for the answer, you may be providing the answer to this. Here's a great one. You can kick them out of the group. Block them, yes. And again, you'll see, here's a few more answered.
Send them an ultimatum.
Hey, this group is for, and you identify what the reason for the group is, and you give them a shot before you lock them out. Okay,
Can't you do that through a personal message?
yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you wouldn't have to do
You
it.
no, and I typically I don't like it. I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me.
either.
So I would prefer to message them and say, "Hey Joe, do me a favor." Unless I couldn't, and then I would go ahead and publicly say, "Hey, just a reminder, this group is not, and it is for this." All right. So again, answers, skills, and expertise. We were talking about polls. So here's polls.
I think that Deborah polled people on whether she
Mhm.
should start a new product service in her company. And after getting the answers, you decided to go ahead.
Yeah, we actually did, and it was very helpful because we polled people in my group. We created our own group, and then other business owners, and asked them what they thought of it. So yeah, we actually did.
And
It was
if
really
you
helpful.
if you see here, I just connected my Facebook, so you can push this out beyond LinkedIn. So this can go out to Twitter, this can go out to Facebook, so you can interact with 3 platforms within this process of creating a poll. So again, a couple of reasons. It can be your expertise and you're trying to engage people, or it can literally be I have a dilemma on a new product line and I'm not sure what to do with it. Ask the question and put it out. Questions on that? Anything else that you think we have to hit?
I walked out to get some chairs, so you might have covered this, but does everybody understand what the second degree connection
Oh,
is?
yeah.
Why, I was just noticing on your answers that both answers were second degree connections for you.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you use that to further your networking?
And what tab did you get to that?
To polls,
Under
under more, and then polls. Okay, and polls again would be you're asking of the general populace, versus in questions that's in a section of LinkedIn where you're going to go to ask and answer questions. A little bit different in how they present themselves online.
On the polls, does that go to just people that are in your network, or does
I
it
haven't-
go out everywhere?
I have
Can
not-
you decide?
You can decide.
Yes,
You can say, I want everybody to get it, or you can, yes.
I haven't done polls. I've done questions and answers, but not polls.
Yeah, and I sent mine out to specific people when I did mine.
Probably in your industry. Yeah. So let me see. What's a great way? Let's go to add people, and that way we can see their different levels. Let's see. Companies. Let's grab Raytheon. And here are people that I'm connected with at Raytheon. And this is not navigating there quick enough. Add connections. People you may know. So this will give us a snapshot of some people, who they are, and of course it's not showing my, here it is, okay. So Alan Schultz is a second